Hey guys, welcome to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
And I'm Commander Cockings, and the date is 2385. The place, Utopia Planitia, Shipyards, Mars. We're solemn today, as we mourn the loss, because in episode 2 of Star Trek Picard, Season 1, we were forced to watch a quite graphic scene of what was only alluded to. And we want to talk about this, and what do we call it?
We're going to call it The Incident.
Yeah.
It was good to finally see this, because we had questions about how the synth attacked, and things like that. A lot of it was answered in this, which is fantastic. And one of the best things about this was that the android we follow for this particular thing is F8, which is fate. I saw it right away. A lot of people didn't catch on to it till I said it in my first reaction video, but it was fantastic to see fate play out. So it was basically an inside job. Somebody hacked into the synths. It wasn't like a synth uprising. They became conscious or whatever, which is kind of what I think a lot of people thought might have been the case. They were actually just used as tools.
And I gotta say, I was so relieved with that. I know I've expressed my dislike of that even having synthetics be that around. But the way they're presented was better than I thought they were going to be. And yeah, being hacked makes it interesting. It's not and they rebelled. Kill, death, death. They were abused. They were machines. They were programmed to be machines, and they were used as machines of war. It both simplifies the plot element, but also deepens it. And it's exactly how, I don't even know if I made this as a possible point that got hacked. I think I just said it went wrong, but this is not where I thought it was going to go, and I really appreciate the way this went. And so that I thought was a great payoff to I thought, very well filmed sequence for the amount of people that got brutally murdered.
Yeah, and not with a gun, with like a drill of some sort, I'm sure. But the fact that you see the eyes of the android, like. So you can tell he's getting hacked. And
it's literally a bar it was so funny. It was, his eyes got updated to new firmware. It's so stupid, but it's a wonderful stupid.
Then he ends up killing himself.
Yes.
Essentially just to erase any evidence probably of what had happened. So we're not people weren't sure if it was a synth uprising or not. Which again, yeah, as Samuel said, deepens the mystery. Who's behind this? It's clear that synths would be untrusted after this if it was in fact their own doing that did this.
Now, I will just say spoilers. Obviously, we spoiled this scene anyway, but I mean, come on, you're in a spoiler-filled video. But we're going to spoil everything in this episode and other reveals, because they do reveal that there's a sub-branch of the Romulans that literally, they're like the ultra-secret mega Tal Shiar that only heard about in rumours, and they go beyond hating synthetic life forms and AI. They actively try and destroy them. So that link is beyond clear at this point. The Romulans can't affect change in the Federation easily. Why would they? It's not their government. So if they can create a situation where it has themselves, as in the Federation, ban synthetics, then I can imagine that side of the government of Romulans saying, well, I mean, this is for the greater good. They will eventually uprise. So if you make them ban them, job done. We don't have to kill 90,000 people. Easy. But I guess they also sacrifice their own ships, or at least their own rescue fleet, whatever. But
yeah. And the Cabal or whatever that he's talking about are the Zat Vash. Just so you guys know.
Tal Shiar's a much better name.
Right. One of the things that I really liked about this, though, because we had speculated, how did they attack Mars? How did they get past the defenses? Since it was an inside job, they actually turned the orbital defense systems away from space and towards Mars. So they used the systems themselves and we've actually speculated that the ships attacking, that you see flying, might actually be Starfleet personnel trying to shut down the defensive systems. One thing I didn't notice, I'm looking at the frame now, first of all, there's a lot of shit in orbit of Mars.
I noticed that too, yeah.
And there's like a band of things around Mars, and I never noticed that until looking at the screen cap. So
that's what we do here.
That's right.
Thousands of ships. I mean, to build thousands of ships.
That must be the fleet, the rescue fleet.
Well, I like the base idea. These satellites don't look like Starfleet satellites, and the fact they have I mean, I guess I can't really say anything about having solar panels because like Jupiter Station did, and Rick's thing was they're not solar panels, they're something else. So fine. I know I said ages ago that I didn't really buy a lot of this because I mean there's going to be ships that are active enough to have shields and weapons, and all these ships are being built, and there's ships presumably not necessarily guarding Planitia, but something. But I mean, if your entire defense grid turns on you, 5,000 phaser cannons designed to repel intruders. I mean, at that point, doesn't matter how many ships you have in orbit that might have shields. I mean, enough individual blasts. I mean, that isn't gonna, because originally we just thought it was just we thought the defense grid was actually the fighters, and therefore we thought they were not going to be strong enough to do that much damage. But no, the satellites are a decent thing, and while not the most Star Trek-y of solution, I can buy it after Wolf 359. Let's put like 51,000 phaser turrets in orbit, because then when a Borg cube comes a calling, we can just zap them with 51, or 10,000 phaser beams at the same time. It'll cause some damage. So I buy it enough.
Another thing I want to point out too is when the Starfleet security actually responded to the threat that came in the room, they've got the proper uniforms on. You can see the old style comm badges, and it's still got the security. It ties in with the security things we see in like the motion picture.
Uh-huh.
The leather kind of harnesses. So I thought that was really cool.
And we might want to talk about these separately, Stuart, because I've got some cool stills, some cool frames.
Okay, well, I got to give them props for that at least. They've done a fantastic job.
They have custom guns too. So there's a whole lot of things. And it was sad, we got to see these uniforms from this era for like a frame. It was like, oh damn it, I want to see these uniforms in use. But at least they did make some. But yeah, certainly that was... And this is why Daj should have got... or Picard should have said, hello, can you help us? We're being chased. Because how many seconds till security attacked him? Like 20? Like, they were on the ball. And yes, they got murdered instantly. But I mean, this is how good security is in the Federation in a Starfleet facility.
Yeah.
This is why you call security, because they're actually pretty good. But I want to give... My least favourite thing in this entire sequence is not about the incident. It's the 3D printer replicators. They're just...
Ugh.
It's such a misunderstanding of the entire point of everything. But... whatever. But I want to give him so much credit for the approach and acting of Fate. The first scene where it's bright light and it's like, damn, that is just the data look. They kind of didn't do the lips still. The lips are still, they've kind of gone for the Picard style data, where the lips are the same color as actually Data's lips were different color. So they've kind of, I think they might just be wanting to be different again. They're not trying to be the same. But I mean, he was really good. His mannerisms were the same yet different. And you can see, I got the sense that while they were effective, they didn't have anywhere the same programming structure or capacities as a Data or a Law or even more than a B4. But they were not going to uprise. These guys were just not automatons, but they were like basic program people. They weren't given any sort of, they could respond to the people they were talking to, but that still felt somewhat staged in a sense. Like, he gets talked to, he has set responses, he's sort of learning those, but there's no like personality of the guy. I thought the balance there was really well done. And I don't have the same. They advanced to robots, androids. It's like, yeah, but he's just like a hard light hologram with a basic programming. It's not really advanced.
I think he did a fantastic job, and I got a joke for you. What's brown and sticky?
I didn't get that.
It's a stick. It's sticky because it's a stick, and it's brown.
What if it's in a desert? What if it's sunny out? Why would it be sticky?
Because it's a stick.
Okay. What, in your country, sticks are sticky?
Are you an automaton? No, they're not. They're not physically sticky. It's a stick. So it's sticky.
Oh.
That's why it's a dad joke.
Boo.
Anyway.
Didn't even... Right. That was so far outside of my programming. I mean, my thoughts.
I got it right away because I'm a dad. Anyway.
Thanks, Stuart. I was totally lost on me.
Glad we cleared that up before the live tonight. Anyway. Yeah. So his responses to things, what'd you do last night? I raised hell. Oh, what'd you do? Nothing. Hell yeah. It was good. But you still get that unfortunate discrimination against the machines. Like, oh, they creep me out. Quiet, he can hear you. It doesn't matter. They're not people. They can't be offended. It's like, yeah, I get it that they're machines, but still, that kind of bugged me a little bit.
But it's tricky because it's like he's basically just a Roomba, right? Because he doesn't have feelings, doesn't have emotions, doesn't have anything beyond his programming, and he was made. So are you really going to say, hello, Roomba? Oh, you look great today. No, you're not. And it's also the future where tech is even more wide. It's like Alexa. Are you going to say, oh, hey, Alexa, how are you? Some people just use her as a pure service. And when shit things wrong, say, oh, like you said before in lives, and Alexa goes, oh, F you, Alexa. We being rude. So I don't... The way they present these robots are not datas. They are literally just walk and talk machines. So discrimination, I don't think it even go... you can really... It is in the clinical sense, but there's not enough personality in the machine to warrant that same whatever. He didn't show it. He could have, but he didn't. I thought that was very important. And like I say, he's a Roomba. He's just an advanced Roomba. And you can't just give a human face the he's a human because he's a human. Because I was expecting him to be more like a hologram, more like whatever, more personality, but he didn't. And that was, I thought, really, really important. It's like, because the Doctor, if you're saying, oh, he's just a hologram, and he's like, excuse me, like if he responds in a way, it's like, I'm offended. This guy doesn't care. Why would he? You know? But I mean, these guys are also building. I mean, these guys built machines before the robots came in and helped, and they took our jobs, and you know, whatever. But I mean, it's one guy. You know, they showed it because it's part of it, but I don't get the sense the society would be that negative. The fact is, are they negative against the EMHs that are working in the mines? Maybe, but I don't know. It was interesting.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good setup, and it was a good scene. I'm sure we're going to see more different points of view of this attack as the series goes on.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to get little snippets. So I was actually pleased to see this as the opening, because it's like, yes, now we understand more of what happened in that attack, and it makes a lot more sense. So
this show has a weird habit of demystifying its own mysteries.
that's good, though. That's good in a way.
It's really interesting because they did obviously think the season through, and so if we're learning the answers by episode 2, or at least the next stage, like I said in several videos, well, what is a real story going to be? I can see us getting to episode 7 and be like, well, that was all just the setup. Like, it doesn't feel like it, but it's like, and I was a Romulan the entire time, and Picard says, I wasn't Picard, I'm a replicant the entire time. And the reveal is finding Picard. You know, that, I get the feeling that's going to be the thing, which I'm fine with. You know, it could be really interesting. So yeah, good. I think the incident was great. I don't mind the graphic violence because it made every bit of sense possible. You know, and in fact, the guy was zapping like their heart or jugular. It was clinical. It was functional weapon, did a thing. You know what I mean? It was exactly what you would expect it to be. Even when he broke the guy's neck, it wasn't vicious. It was a move. It was very clinical. And in fact, the moment when he zapped himself, I thought was very interestingly played, because there wasn't remorse on his face. There's a slight hesitation, but like split seconds, although for an android that's an eon. But that was like, he is under the control. Again, it takes away that sense of it was an uprising. He was being fully controlled to execute an order and then execute his order. And I thought that was well played and graphic and...
Yeah, I think the scene was perfect, and I got to give him kudos for it, because...
The only thing I think is a set was a bit generic. That is just... I mean, it's hard to make things feel Federation. That I agree at this point. It didn't necessarily need to be red, because it's on Mars. It's like, why they're wearing red suits and red room. Yeah. It's like, I know it gives a different visual vibe than to, like, Earth, but do they really want to see red? It's like, if we had a base on an ocean... Is everyone going to wear blue and have blue rooms and blue? That feels very contrived and like, Mars, red. It's like, no. I mean, you can have like red stripes, but it felt like a very odd choice. Well, we said this earlier, but this show's kind of on the nose. It's not that subtle. It's kind of like, you know, and that was one of those things. Look, we're on Mars because everything is red.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, actually. I thought the same thing. But But yeah. Anyway, so I think the incident was very well done, and I hope to see more of it. As
We
said,
will.
So,
We will.
yeah.
Even more interesting, Stuart. And I'm glad that some of the things I said earlier on have been vindicated as being I was picking up on the right things, and my hopes, they haven't gone too far in one way. So, looking forward to more. And I think, as we both thought, I'm sure, at the end, come on, episode 3. Come on. Come on.
Yeah. Still a week out. Well, when we're filming this, anyway. I don't know when you're going to see this necessarily, but
Wow, it's out today if you watch this.
it's coming out on Thursday. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. And as always, hit like, subscribe, hit the notification icon. Make sure you put comments down below, and just help us out any way you can.
Yep. Like Patreon, great way, because we do need financial support. I mean, the fact is YouTube is a great platform, but it does not pay out to low-end creators that don't get as many views as the big guys. And the money has gone down each year after year. It's quite... I mean, there's more people on YouTube, that's why. Less money to go, less people. So Patreon is a really great way. That always stays solid and true. And Super Chat Lives, you guys can directly support us, and that is literally 65%, 70% of our income each month is on the lives, and we love doing them. We're really amazed when you guys come out and support. But if you do want to help us out, that is one of the best ways. Or Patreon, PayPal is a P. Trekyards@hotmail.com. Trekyards@hotmail.com. That is our PayPal address, and we do appreciate those because they go towards trips and kits. And we just bought some kit, and people giving PayPal every couple of days, every whatever, does mount up seriously. So if you can, please do, or just like, subscribe, as you said, and just watch more of our videos, because we need those views, we need the people seeing them, because we're not making them for us. We're here to have conversations and discuss with you guys, for you guys. So please do watch, please do enjoy, and that's it from me, Stuart.
That's also it for me. So thank you guys for watching, and just check out all of our other content. Until then, I'm Captain Foley.
I'm Connor Coggins. Bye, guys.
See ya.